All right, we're joined now by Coach Joey McGuire of Cedar Hill.
To ask him where he is.
Coach, where are you? You're in Las Vegas right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, what are you doing out there?
I'm getting remarried tonight.
You're getting remarried tonight?
Yep. On the same day, same time. Really excited. Got a bunch of friends out here, and Elvis is going to walk her down the aisle.
My goodness. So, all right. So you're out in Las Vegas. You're getting remarried.
Yes.
Compare and contrast this to winning a state championship.
Well, I don't know. I'll probably be as nervous, probably waiting down there at the end of it, and looking into her dad's eyes again. But man, we're really excited. Really excited. We have all of our closest friends, and it's a great day.
It certainly is, and you've had a number of great days in recent days. I want to take you back to Wednesday. National Signing Day. We talked to Chad Morris, the head coach at SMU, where a couple of your kids are going, and we talked to one of the recruits, Keenan Murphy, out of Crosby, heading to Houston. We know it's a big day for college coaches, and we know it's a big day for high school players. But for you, as a coach, what is National Signing Day like for you?
It's dreams come true. It's one of my favorite days. I think that there's so many kids that motivates them to make sure they're making the grades. I mean, we had 16 kids sign, and the reason we did is because they took care of their business in the classroom. The ACT. I mean, ACT's coming up tomorrow. I got 54 2B seniors taking the ACT tomorrow, and just having a plan and seeing that plan follow through and all those dreams come true. I got teared up on a couple of my kids because they've come a long ways.
It's got to be bittersweet for you that here you are and you've seen these kids grow and they've helped your program so much, and yet at the same time you got to let them go now. So is it a mixed emotions type of day for you?
It is. I'm so attached to my kids, and I love them. I think that's what. We're such a family, and perfect example, Joey McGuire, he's going to UTEP. They got a steal. He's a phenomenal player, and he's just come such a long way, seeing him mature. And I think his mom and I both had tears in our eyes whenever he was signing, because you see that and you feel so good about it. And I'm proud of them. I mean, I'm like a daddy up there with every one of them. I'm just as proud as I can be of them.
I want to kind of point out a couple of guys. You mentioned Colby McGarry, who's heading out to UTEP. Mm-hmm. You've got another kid in Jamil More heading to North Texas. What can you tell Mean Green fans about what they're getting in this young man?
Well, what's really cool about this class is I think, the best football is ahead of them, because it was a group that was playing behind such a strong senior class last year that, they just kind of came on the scene this year. And so Jamil, he's a long corner. I mean, whenever Coach first met him, he goes, God, you're a lot bigger than I thought you were going to be. And I mean, he's a long corner. He's got really good speed. He's got the frame. If he had to, he could grow into a safety, but I like his length and his cover skills at corner.
We're talking with Joey McGuire, the head coach of the Cedar Hill Longhorns, here on DCTF Live. Get involved in the conversation at #DCTF Live. You've had your history of putting guys onto the next level and getting them there. At what point in the process of kind of building them up do you think, okay, this kid's got a chance to go on and sign with a big-time school?
Well, I think that's one thing. I think we've got a really good reputation with colleges that, we've been doing this a while. My recruiting coordinator, Calvin Rosica, he is an expert. I mean, in NCAA rules and every part of how to get somebody into college. I mean, he is a true expert. And so I think that colleges, when they come in and we sell our kids, but we're not one of those people. You get a lot of people that they oversell their kids, so then it's like, here we go again. But I think college recruiters trust us to say, hey, this kid is either going to play for you or he's going to play against you in your conference. And that's been true over the 13 years that we've been doing this. So I think that gives us an advantage that those guys trust us whenever we say, hey, this kid's a Big 12 kid or this kid's a Pac-12 kid or wherever. We've got a good track record of being right.
Two guys heading to SMU, Michael Clark and Eric Sutton. A couple of questions here. First of all, have you noticed an uptick in SMU's recruiting and how often they've been giving you a call and checking on your kids? And secondly, with regards to these two defensive backs in Michael and Eric, what can we expect from them on the Hilltop?
Well, I always tell everybody, because I never want to badmouth any coaches. I mean, it's tough enough to be a coach, and I like the guys that recruit us from SMU, but without a doubt, Chad Morris is a Texas high school coach. He came in, he said, I'm going to recruit Texas. And from day one, I've been at Cedar Hill for 19 years, and this is the first SMU signee, and now we have two out of this group that we've ever had. And that's saying a lot when you talk about the kids that we've had. And so he's been, right on saying this is what we're going to do. I'll start with Eric Sutton. Eric is he's got a very high football IQ. As a junior, he played safety, nickel, he played corner. And then as a senior, he was our corner that got everybody's best guy. Great feet, he's going to put on some weight, of course, but he's physical for his size, and just a phenomenal kid. And then Clark, he's a longer, bigger safety that possibly could eat his way into an outside linebacker if that's what they needed him to do. But he's a physical kid. We were really excited with the way he played. He got banged up at the end of the year, but played really well for us this year.
I want to bring it back to realignment, the other big day this week.
Yeah.
It's been quite a day here. Obviously, in your part of town, down there in South Dallas, you're never going to get an easy draw, but things change a little bit as you guys move around. You get back in with the DeSotos and with the South Grand Prairies. Overall, when you look at your realignment draw, what are you seeing for your Longhorns?
It's going to be a really good district. It's a very athletic district. Whenever you start looking at different things, I mean, if you take other sports, girls basketball is going to be phenomenal. Boys basketball is going to be phenomenal. And of course, track, whenever you just throw Duncanville, DeSoto, and Cedar Hill in there, the girls track and boys track is going to be really tough. Football-wise, I thought it was a really good draw for us. We returned so much this year, and we feel really good about this team. That 17 group, when we go into that next year, we're going to be really, really young. And so it was a good draw that we're going to be able to grow some kids up. We got a really tough first 5 games. And so it's going to be tough both years, but it's going to help us grow some guys up that next year. So I like the realignment.
You mentioned that you've got a very tough non-district schedule, and this year is going to be no different. You guys sure loaded it up. Plenty of talent in the front end of that schedule. For you, why is it so important to load up in the front half, especially when you've got such a tough district draw?
Well, we kind of changed our philosophy after 2009. In 2009, we got beat by Abilene. They won the state championship. And if you go back and look at that team, that might have been my best team that we've ever had. I mean, whenever you look at guys that went on to play, Ben Molina's with the Cowboys, Josh Allen's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Adam Shedd played for OU and started for them for 3 years. And, I can go on and on about those guys. And we didn't have a tough schedule. And so it caught up with us whenever we got into a game to where we had to really reach down and get into a dogfight. I don't think we were ready to fight. And so after that year, we were like, hey, look, non-district, I mean, I know we want to get going on the right note, but we got to get into some games that we're going to get our nose bloodied and see how our kids are going to respond to that. And so we've been taking on the Denton Geyers and Booker T. Washingtons and Allens and now Bishop Gorman. And it's going to help us grow up and find out what we have.
We're talking with Joey McGuire, the head coach of the Cedar Hill Longhorns here on DCTF Live. Get involved with the conversation, hashtag DCTF Live. Coach, one of the guys that everybody's going to be paying attention to, and maybe the next big star coming out of Cedar Hill, your quarterback, Avery Davis, took a step forward this year in his development. What can Cedar Hill fans expect from him as far as heading into 2016?
Man, I can't say enough good things about this kid. You know, and I'm close to every team I've ever coached, but, you know, this is my son's group. Avery's over at the house as much as probably he's at his house. And so I get to spend a lot of time with these guys. And, man, he's working so hard. He gets up every morning. He and my son, Kagan Williams, they're in the weight room at 6 a.m. Then he's on the track after school. He's my team captain. He's a straight-A student. I mean, he'll blow the ACT out of the water tomorrow. I mean, he's just that complete kid, you know, and what's really fun right now, his personality is kind of a quiet personality, kind of leads by example, but he's starting to really open up and you know, we're going through some stuff. We're developing our leadership council and I've got 4 kids that help me develop that. And, you know, he's really been really good about talking and saying, hey, I think this guy would be really good, or this kid is helping grow up. And we got out of our boot camp last week, and he was the squad leader that, I mean, his group was just phenomenal. So I can't say enough good things about him. Incredible talent, but just a phenomenal kid.
And we know that today's a big day. You're out there in Vegas. You're getting married again to your beautiful wife, Debbie. Are you wearing the same tuxedo? 22 years ago.
I don't think I could fit in it, brother. I don't think I could fit in it. I wished I could, but I'm a little bit over my playing weight right now. So, no. I'm trying to talk her to let me wear some boots and jeans, but I think she's going to make me put on some slacks.
Well, we know it's a big day for you. It's been a big week for you between, Realignment and then signing day and now getting married again. Coach, congratulations on all fronts. Best of luck tonight. I know it's going to be, you know, don't be too nervous.
I got you.
All right. Thanks so much, Coach. Enjoy the day.
Hey, thank you, guys.
There he goes, Cedar Hill coach Joey McGuire. I had no idea.
I had no idea.
I just retweeted the photo at Tepper of his wedding photo. He said they got married 22 years ago, and now they are getting remarried. He and his beautiful wife Debbie. And the photo's great. I just retweeted it. It's a fabulous photo. I'll tell you, he doesn't look like. I'll tell you, I've seen Joey recently.
Right.
I think he's doing himself a disservice. I think he could probably squeeze into that tux. You know, it's 22 years ago.
Yeah.
But he's got the white tux. I imagine Debbie is probably not wearing the big, poofy-shouldered dress again. I wonder if she may be doing something different. But the jeans and the boots, that would be pure Joey McGuire if he were to get remarried.
See, I've got to pull up the picture now and see for myself.
There you go. I just retweeted it. So if you want to check out
hold on.
mine, or you can follow Coach Joey McGuire at Coach_McGuire McGuire 50 on Twitter.
That's something right there.
That's something good for him.